Hi everybody, I'm Joanna, and I've got some scary shit to say.
Yeah, I'm scared for your throat more than
That
anything
hurts
else.
so much. First of all, thanks to Warner Brothers for sponsoring this video. It's gonna be scary. Scary. Scary.
None of these are scary.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Scary. Latin American horror folk tales or leyendas are an integral part of our culture. They're also a great tool to scare the shit out of your children when misbehaving.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, my grandma used to tell me that I was gonna get eaten by a cucoy. Eat your beans or you're gonna get eaten alive by a monster. And I'm like, okay, I guess opportunity cost, I'll eat the beans. Here in the States, I feel like ghost stories are pretty kosher. Like, they always start in a very specific location. Like on a dock, or on a farm, a creepy ship at a carnival, a mall that closed down in the 80s, Mount Vernon, a creepy mansion at the end of a cul-de-sac, a camp that was on an Indian burial ground.
Yeah, how many more of these you got, Joe?
A river.
That's not specific at all.
Anyway, someone died there and now they turn your lights on and off at your hotel. But Latin American ghost stories are gruesome, terrifying, f***ed. So today we're gonna talk about some of the most well-known folk tales that kept me up at night and still do. Let's start with the biggest one, La Llorona, also known as Weeping Lady, also known as the one sponsoring this video. The movie, not the creepy ghost lady. The creepy ghost lady didn't sponsor this with her, like, ghost wallet or whatever. I don't know how ghost economy works, but the movie. There are a lot of different versions of this story, but they all go a little something like this. Here's the story.
Is that supposed to be scary or stupid?
I'm trying to, what is it? You ruined it, man. I'm trying so hard to be creepy. A long time ago, there was a beautiful woman. Not to objectify a ghost, it's literally the one consistent thing out of all the versions is that, you know, she was hot. Hot woman loses her kids in a drowning. I heard it was she that killed her kids after she found out that her husband was cheating on her with another woman and she drowned her kids in a blind fit of rage. Other people said it was the conquistadors who drowned her kids during the conquista. Either way, kids are dead, she pissed. She is so pissed that then she draws herself in said river.
What is your hand doing?
It's her body in the river. Anyway, she's dead, she's pissed, and now she's a ghost. Okay, and what does she do? She weeps and she cries. Do you think that's all she does? No! She takes your kids and murders them. Does it have to be in a river? No! It can be on a road! The rivers of cars! She's everywhere, and if you hear her crying, you're f***ed. In camp, counselors would tell me that La Llorona was right outside the campgrounds, so I couldn't leave the campgrounds because La Llorona would kill me. So, you don't know.
What?
I'm serious, that's what they told me.
They legit told you this?
They were like, in 2001, a kid disappeared, and they think it's La Llorona. Although in retrospect, I think he was just picked up by his parents because he had like an allergic reaction to shellfish or something.
Okay, so where does this story come from?
So every country has their own version of La Llorona. Che, vos pensás que La Llorona es tuya. La Llorona es de Argentina. ¡Viva la Argentina, Llorona! ¿Cómo así que La Llorona es de Argentina? La Llorona es de Colombia. ¿Y qué es Llorona? ¿Qué es Llorona? No mames, La Llorona es de México. Lo dice Wikipedia. It's kind of like the empanada of folk tales. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's ours, it's ours, it's ours. But like, boy, it's everyone's. Because at the end of the day, La Llorona will kill you just the same.
Wait, was that your scary voice?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
It's not really that scary.
Is it not, Christopher? Oh, that hurts. And now the legend of the weeping murderous woman will haunt.
Okay, how scared were you watching this movie?
Look, here's the thing. I love scary movies. I just don't sleep for 5 days. So, do I love the no sleeping? No. Do I love watching 90 minutes of a movie about a childhood fear? Yes.
Joanna Houseman seal of approval.
I have not slept, though. Moving on next to La Sayona. Now, La Sayona hits close to home because it is a Venezuelan urban myth. Here's the story.
That sounded like an old scary woman that like was gradually turning younger?
Yeah, like a Marilyn Monroe ghost. There was once a gorgeous woman bathing in a river. Again, I don't know why, they're all hot. And someone tells her, hey, your husband is cheating on you with your mother. What? She believes it. She goes to her house. What does she do? She burns her house down with her husband and her kid in it. Fire, goodbye. They're crying, they're crying, they're crying. What does she do next? She goes, I know what to do. Kill my mother with a machete. She goes and bludgeons her mother with a machete. Directed by Tarantino. Oh, and while her mother was dying on the floor, she curses La Sayona. She's like, you're cursed for all of eternity. So now La Sayona just like hangs out like outside of clubs or like in the forest and stuff and asks men for cigarettes and for rides. And then once she finds out that they're being unfaithful, bam, they're murdered. You unfaithful, you get murdered.
Wait a minute. Is the prevailing notion that only men that would bum you a cigarette are unfaithful?
No, I think the prevailing notion is, what are you doing at 2 o'clock in the morning hitting on a hot woman that has no face? On to the next urban myth, El Silbón. Here's the story.
That one isn't bad.
Thank you. So, there's this guy, and he has a wife.
Wait, is the wife hot?
The wife is super hot.
Great.
His dad is like, yo, I'm gonna kill your wife. The dad kills his wife. And he's like, yo, what the F, dad? You killed my wife? I'm gonna kill you. He kills his dad. Then the grandpa comes in, and he's like, hey, you grandson, you killed my son? Okay, I'm gonna kill you. So then he lashes him, and then puts alcohol in his back, and then lets him go into the wild, but then lets some like rabid dogs go after him to like be eaten alive by the dogs, basically. And then he like becomes a ghost where he has to drag his dad's body in a bag, and he kills men that are unfaithful, but like he warns them first by whistling like this.
That just sounds like scales.
Wait, let me find it.
I bet the ghost copyrighted it, so we can't
I don't
even
think
play.
the ghost copyrighted it. So here's my thing. I think that there were a lot of men being very unfaithful, and they were like, how are we gonna scare these men into stopping? So they were like, let's create the most obscene stories and see if they keep their dick in their pants. But La Llorona's just like, I'm just gonna kill you.
Why does she have a hick accent?
La Llorona. La Llorona.
If she was from the States, she would definitely talk like this. I'll tell you that right now. So before you all go crazy in the comments, I know what we gotta talk about. We gotta talk about Latino Bigfoot, El Chupacabra. Chupacabra started in the 90s in Puerto Rico. Some people describe it as just like a weird looking coyote, which means it's probably just a coyote. Other people describe it as like a lizard-headed thing with like a creepy looking furry body. Either way, both descriptions, super hot. They say it's this demonic creature that like drinks livestock's blood. I just think it's an animal.
This is an animal. I mean, it's all cryptozoology ever is. It's just like an animal that got mistaken.
Cryptozoology?
Yeah, so that's your Bigfoots, your Chupacabras, your Mothman. Well, you don't know about Mothman?
I don't want to know about Mothman.
Yo, Mothman's a good American one.
What is that?
Guy died at a sawmill.
Of course it was a sawmill.
It was a sawmill.
No?
It was train tracks.
It's always something like that.
I'm sorry, it wasn't train tracks. It was like an abandoned Subway, like the sandwich shop.
You're fucking with me now. So I know we missed a bunch of urban myths in this video, so tell me about them in the comments below, but don't tell me too much because I get really, really scared. Don't forget to watch The Curse of La Llorona, April 19th. Tick an American and tell them nothing. Until next time, I'm Joanna, and I've said my piece.
It went back to not scary. Oh, the weeping. Oh, she's just dancing.